Yes, they are.
CBS Grocery, Ray Garcia. La Thank you, thank you. The correct time is 4:30, las 4:30 minutos. And we got compadre Jimmy Martinez and Mr. Fanny? Am I saying it right?
Fannin, correct.
Yeah, okay, Travis, yeah. Welcome. And Sandra Martinez. Sandra, you got a prayer for
Yes,
us?
sir, I sure do. Lord, today we thank you for this new day and for every person listening. Bless this program, our words, and our hearts, so they may bring encouragement, hope, and truth. Be with every family, strengthen those in need, and fill our community with peace. May everything we do today honor you and serve the good of our people. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And once again, Travis, thank you. I know you've been here before, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me once again.
All right, all right. Compadre GB, how you doing?
We're doing just fine. Thank you
That's
for
good,
asking.
that's good, that's good. You wanna,
Well, I'd like to start it off. Fannin, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate your time. You know how busy you are. And I'd like to start by asking you, what is the name of the new school?
Yes, sir. So the name of the new school is Beeville Elementary School. So it's really embodying the name of our community, the name of the students and the population that we'll be representing in the school. And that was decided because in our board policy, we put out each year, we put out when there's a new facility or building, the chance for the community to give us feedback. And so we got a lot of feedback. I think about 40 to 50 different entries, and majority of them was really centered on like, let's unify, let's call it Beeville Elementary School. And so the board, the school board made the final decision to combine, to take the advice of the community, and they decided to go with Beeville Elementary School. So we're excited about it. So for short, it'd be best probably, because we always think of short ways in education to make long things sound shorter. And so it's Beeville Elementary School or best.
What does the school offer to the students?
And so I think the school's going to offer a lot of unique things. The number one thing, more than anything else, is what the school is going to offer is, for the first time in about 50 or 60 years for our elementary students, for grades 1 through 5, we will have the chance to have all of them in a 100% enclosed facility. You know, the buildings that we have right now, RA Hall as well as FMC, have been tremendously a good attribute to us, have treated us well as a school district, but we know that it has its challenges with the age of those buildings, where when they open their classroom doors, you're immediately outdoors into whatever the weather is, whether it's raining, it's cold, windy, and all those things. So this brand new school is 100% enclosed. And that is really centered upon our number one priority, which is safety. That was a big concern for our community, is making sure that we have a facility that is safe, both from the aspect of anybody trying to do harm to our kids, but also the aspect of the environment and keeping our kids safe. And so in addition to that, as far as the facility and the structure, we're going to be servicing grades 1 through 5, is outfitted to serve roughly 1,200 students. And it's built with the concept of a school within a school, or pods. And what that means is that every single grade level will have their own pod that you buzz into, and you go in that area. They have a common area there, but then they have 10 classrooms for that grade level, restrooms, a teacher planning area, teacher restrooms, and so it will feel like each grade level is within its own school. Throughout the school, as far as programming, we have several things. We have a 2-story library. Well, it opens up 2-story, but a humongous library that we're really excited about. But in addition to that, we have several different unique programs that will, right now we offer programs at both elementary schools, but now we'll have them all in one school. A mariachi program, music program,
Wonderful.
Spanish, also science for all of our students, grades 1 through 5. We have a dedicated science area, art, as well as, I'm forgetting, and STEM as well. And so we'll have all those course offerings, or what we call specials, in our elementary schools, where they'll get a chance to rotate throughout the week and take those various classes. So we're really excited about that. 2 enclosed courtyards that will be rubber turf areas, one that's completely enclosed and another that will expand and open out to the playground area.
Wonderful. What is the completion date?
Wow.
The total completion date is it's slated for the end of June, early July.
This year?
This year, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Come for the 26-27 school year, we will be inside of Beeville Elementary School, and we'll get the chance to greet all of our students in that new facility.
Wow, isn't that something? You know, Ms. Fanning, I don't have any school children at all. They're gone.
Yes, sir.
Thank God. But you know, to my surprise, I did not know that this was going on because, like I said, I don't have school kids. But that is a humongous. How many students is it going to hold? I mean,
It will hold 1,200 students.
1,200.
Yes.
And now, another question. And what is the address? I know I can tell the people it's on the other side of Kaler Park, and up the street. I don't know the address to that.
And you know what? I don't have it in my
You
head or
don't have
mind in memory, but I will get it for you. I can't remember the official address, and I should know because I'm in a meeting every week about it. But that's one of the things that we haven't talked about is the address. But I know that it is on a document because
You
we saw
know,
it.
to tell the citizens to go by there and take a look. Like I said, it's been maybe 2 or 3 months that we were driving around, and
Yes, sir.
to my surprise, I saw that. Have you seen it? Have
No,
you
I
seen
haven't.
it?
I have not had the
man,
opportunity
You
yet.
need to go see it.
I will.
It is humongous. I mean, nothing. There's no comparison around Beeville.
Absolutely. It's a big, beautiful building, and I'll tell everybody, because a lot of people say, I keep passing by there, and the building looks great. Every time I see it, I say, yes, that's the covering, the sheathing, and all those things that they have to do. I said, but now if you start going by there, you're beginning to see the panel go up in the front, as well as the brickwork and the masonry. And so soon it will, every time you pass by, every week to every 2 weeks, it will look totally different. And then a lot of the things that are happening right now, that we're almost 100% enclosed to where we can get power into the entire building as well as run HVAC so that they can continue to work inside with the flooring, the walls, the sheetrock, and all those things. And so it'll progressively go a lot faster, or the community won't see a lot of what's happening on the outside because that'll be done, and they'll be really working inside to get that the inside interior work and all those things done.
And the streets, the street is going to use the same street. I'm sure it's going to get it wider, make it wider, and
There is some widening of it, and there's an adding of an additional lane to turn into the school, but also going in there, we really using that property currently where RA Hall is to really make a good little pathway of weaving so that we can stack a whole lot of cars, and we'll have 2 lanes in there so that we'll have that traffic flowing one way and out the other way. And that was just the results of the traffic study that we had done and the recommendations that they gave us as well. And I'll tell you, one of our biggest recommendations too, we tell parents, you know, one of the great things about our district is that we're able to offer transportation to our families as well. And so we're really encouraging everyone to utilize our bus services because they can pick their babies up right at the bus stop, and then they won't have to get in that hustle and bustle of trying to get in there. But it is also available for them. We have parent pickup and parent drop off for those students, but we will also have our school bus providing transportation as well.
amazing. I'm really happy for the school kids and
So
the
RA
parents.
Hall's going to be demolished, correct?
Correct. Yes. Once I told them, I said, we will not knock down that building until we know that that other building that
Ready
Beagle
for
Elementary
school.
School is ready for school. Once it is, we will knock down RA Hall, and they'll create. Right now, we were able to weave the parent drive up around it anyway. But once that is all said and done, and once we can occupy Beagle Elementary School, yes, we will demolish RA Hall.
So people are asking, what's going to happen to FMC?
So FMC, we're in the process of working with the architects as well as with our school board to look at how we're going to repurpose that building. In the district, some of our facilities around the area are really a lot older even than our 2 elementary schools, and so we really needed to relocate some departments and things of that nature. And so that building will continue to be used for staff development, but also for various departments that we're waiting to determine and finalize, but they will move over to that facility also. So it will still be used. It will not just be a vacant building at all. We will be using that building 100%.
Good. What about, like I said, I don't have any school kids. But,
Yes, sir.
Bullying, what's the program for and mental health for the kids?
Yes, sir. I tell people, I say, outside of, as a school, we exist to educate students each and every single day. We also want to create an environment for both our students as well as our staff that's conducive to learning. And so one of the things that we have been really forward thinkers, now it's sort of like a requirement where you have mental health professionals and all of them on staff. For us as a school district, we've had two ever since I got here. So for the past 6 years, we've had both two mental health advisors and coordinators. In addition, we have counselors at every one of our schools too. We do have a zero tolerance for bullying or for any misbehavior. And so one of the things that we do what is called a bullying assessment. But also, anytime we have a mantra that we tell our students as well as our staff is that if you see something, say something. And that way to let us know when those incidents are happening, because we know that students become disconnected when they don't have those relationships with an adult that they can go tell, or when they don't feel safe and secure. And so we always encourage our parents, but we also encourage our staff and our students to be vigilant and to always report those things to us as well, because that's extremely important, because we know that kids can't learn if they don't feel safe and secure.
And does it happen a lot, or
I don't think it happens a lot. I think, oftentimes, no matter what the behavior is, even when there's conflict between two people, oftentimes you hear the word bullying. And so I don't know if every situation meets that true definition of bullying, or if it's misbehavior or mischief. But, no matter what, whenever those incidents are brought to our attention, we try to address those. And so I won't say that they happen a lot, but I think they absolutely do happen, or you do have incidents that happen. I tell people, anywhere you have kids between the ages of 5 and sometimes 19 years old, you're going to have different issues and different conflicts and things of that nature. And so one of the things that we're doing also, we've implemented within our district, is what is called capturing kids' hearts, so that we're not so much on the defensive side or the reactive side, but we're on the preventative side. So we talk a lot about how do we have rich conflict, how do we have discussions with each other, where we may have different polar opposite opinions, and be able to have those discussions back and forth in a respectful way. I think that's where a lot of times where issues come up is where there's conflict or different views and opinions. And so really just teaching kids how to resolve conflict in a reasonable and a responsible manner.
wow.
Mr. Fanning, what's your vision for the next 3 to 5 years for BOISD?
So my vision for the next 3 to 5 years for BISD, one of the things that we're closing the gap on, or we're trying to get better with, is that whole COVID gap that was created. And so my ultimate vision, and we're demonstrating it, I think, each and every single day, is we want to be a premier school district, not just in South Texas, not just in our surrounding area, but we want to be the #1 district in the state of Texas. And I'll tell you, we have the amazing staff to do so, but also we are truly blessed to have an amazing group. We service about 28, close to 2,900 students. And when I tell you that our students, #1, they like to win. They're extremely competitive. We have some great things that are happening with today. We got some great news about our law enforcement team, for example. They went to state and they won 2 first place and then 2 second place at the state level. And that's hard to do when you're competing with districts from all over the state of Texas. Many of who may have more resources than us, but nonetheless, they can't beat the intelligence of our kids. We're sending some kids to the DI competition for elementary school. Today our tennis team just won boys and girls district. And so we have some great and amazing things that are happening. And so that's our #1 thing, is to continue to build off of that and to continue to learn from what's happening in the world around us. What can we do to best serve our students and to make sure that they can not only compete just in South Texas, we want them to be able to compete in the entire state of Texas, but in our nation, in the world abroad.
Wow. This program is sponsored by our good friends, Councilman Ray Garcia and CBS Grocery, Vallarta Restaurant, and Jerry and Velma Martinez and family. We thank them for sponsoring our show. And I was looking at this. What about BISD security staff system? What can you tell us about that? I mean, I know. I see the cop car all the time in front.
Yes, sir.
How many is there? How many cops or how many officers do you have there helping?
I think that total number, I want to say, is 8 and we have 3 security guards. One of the requirements that they have
8?
now, yes, sir, because one of the requirements they have now is to have you must have an officer at every single campus. And so one of the things I'm proud to say when it comes to that is when they put that rule in place, that was something that BIC was already doing. We have one of the most premier ISD police departments in the state, but I would venture to say across the nation, as far as their tactical training, their willingness to work with kids, the way they build relationships, and their attention to detail of making sure that they're more than just an officer to keep kids safe, but they're also teaching kids how to build those relationships, those positive relationships with law enforcement. And so we're really fortunate to have the men and women that work in that department who also, many of which are EMT certified, so they can take care of a medical need, not just a threat, but they can also take the medical needs that occur sometimes at events that we're at. Very skilled, highly trained, but more than that, they have a love and a passion for working with children. Because I tell people, not every police officer is fit to work in a school district. The ones that we have, they go to a lot of trainings, they continue to learn, but they really have a passion for wanting to be a part of the school district and to know what's happening in the classrooms and all those things. If you give them an opportunity to go read a book to a kid, they're excited. And so they're really, but not only that, they keep at the forefront, their number one priority is making sure that our students and staff is safe each and every single day. And so they take that job seriously. They're very aggressive in ensuring that they protect our students and our staff as
To
well.
follow up on that, do the classrooms have an alarm before you open it up, or can anybody just walk in and open the door and go into the classroom?
No, sir. All of our classrooms, within our district, like all of our exterior doors are locked, but also when you get into the building, when the classroom door is closed, that door is locked also, so they utilize
Good
the
to
key.
know that.
Yes. Now, one of the exciting things, they're using keys, that's what we've been using ever since I've been in education for the past 26 years. But with Beeville Elementary School, right now we require our students and our staff to have IDs, where our teacher IDs will be able to utilize those to get in and out of their classrooms, get in and out of the building. And so it's going to be really exciting to see that new technology. It's going to be a state-of-the-art facility, Beeville Elementary School.
Very well secured.
Yes, sir.
Parents don't need to worry about what has happened in the past, that could happen in B County. It could happen because the nature of life today, but you have taken the steps to secure that it doesn't happen in B County.
Absolutely. And I tell people, safety and security is not just having police officers at your campus. It's a layered approach. It's from the clear backpacks to the See Something, Say Something campaign, to having the standard response operation protocols for what we do if something happens, to having teachers who are trained each and every single year, to have students who are required to take different courses, and our law enforcement who go in and train them as well. So all of those different layers, I think, is what helps protect us and keep us safe. And also, if ever something was to happen, to be able to de-escalate or to know how to react to that situation.
Can you also elaborate also on your transportation, your buses?
Mhm.
Because that was a huge concern by parents, but now the school district has been able to utilize tracking the buses and.
Absolutely. So we have the satellite tracking devices on the buses that can track where our buses are at all times. But in addition to that, we do have the ability now, and that we're setting up, it's going to go 100% in operations next year, is with the ID. So students have IDs, as I said, just as our teachers do. And so they'll scan on and off that bus, and it will let parents know if Travis got off at this particular street, when he got off, what time he got off, and where he should be, and if he got off at the right bus stop.
Wow.
And so that allows parents, and so oftentimes, the first week or two of school, sometimes we'll get a call and say, hey, my kid has not showed up at home. Well, we can look on that software and say, oh, he's still on the bus right now. The bus is running late because it's the first week of school, things run behind. Or, hey, he got off at that bus stop. So maybe he went to a friend's house, but he did get off. He was on our bus, and he did get off. And this is how ID was.
You have videos.
Let me tell you what I'm listening to now.
Yes, sir.
Is things are very secure in the county, and that brings a lot of peace of mind.
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about.
Yes, sir.
Peace of mind.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
And they all have videos, I'm sure.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, every single one of our school buses, we do have video on there as well.
And the stop signs on the bus.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
I mean, do you have a lot of problems with people not
You know what? I
But
think it's gotten a lot better than what it used to be because, every now and then people sometimes get a little impatient and try to drive around. But for the most part, I haven't gotten any reports from our transportation director, who does an amazing job, or any of our bus drivers that issue still happens. I'm sure it may happen here or now, but I haven't heard a lot of that where people drive around those as well.
Good.
Can you explain to people listening to the show, how is the district supporting the students who are struggling academically to ensure the success? We've got a lot of programs. Can you kind of elaborate?
Absolutely. I'll tell you, I tell people all the time, it takes a village to truly develop the whole child. And so it takes several different entities working with us to help do that. And so we have several different things. We have our foundations that donate to us. The Joe Barnhart Foundation is a great partnership with us and contributor to what we do. Our coaches meet and greet, who helps our athletic departments as well, and then our Beeville Education Foundation, who donates a tremendous amount of money and resources to our teachers as well. And so I think with all of those things, plus, when we talk about meeting that gap, because we serve what is considered a high economically disadvantaged population, one of the things that we utilize is our high quality instructional materials. That means we use the vetted materials by the state that they say these are the materials that you have to use, which is a little more challenging. It's a little difficult, but it would truly get our students ready for that next step to whether they want to go into the military, whether they want to go into the workforce or go to college. That the curriculum is designed to prepare them to do whatever they want to do. But we know also that even with that high quality instructional material, highly qualified teachers doing that sometimes those gaps still exist. And so we have partnerships and we have grants that we have. We have our ACE and after school program, which is to expose our kids to fun, interactive after school activities that they may not normally be exposed to, but also to provide a strong academic foundation and to help close that achievement gap as well. And so we have that in place, and then we have our L2L program that does some tutorials and tutoring at our ACE program, and they get a chance to explore those different activities as well. But I think in addition to that too, we have been very strategic in hiring math specialists and reading and literacy coaches who pull students out in small groups because, oftentimes our classrooms may have 15 to 22 kids in there, but sometimes kids need a smaller environment or they need a little more attention. So we have those people who would go in and pull them out and really work with them. But that program, those pull-out programs, the after-school tutorial programs with our ACE and our L2L programs have been monumental. And I think what you'll see if you look at our scores, it reflects that, is that we are definitely closing that achievement gap. And a lot of students who come to us a lot of times behind, they're now becoming either on grade level or they're progressing towards being on grade level.
So what happens, Mr. Fanny, if a student tells mom and dad, I want to go to college? Do we forget about them, or is there something that the district is doing to try to gear them to be successful adults?
Absolutely. And I think that's one of the things that we do a lot with the Barnhart program too, is we start to look at their grades. We have our counselors who look at their transcripts every year, but we also do career assessments and find out, because I tell people, yes, I did go to college, but I know too that every kid that we service or every kid in America may not decide that college is the best route for them. And so we always tell them, I believe in the 3 E's. When students leave our school district, they need to either be ready to enlist or be ready to enroll in school, or be ready to be employed. And so we have a myriad of programs. One of the big programs that we have that's thriving for us is our Career and Technology Education program. And that program, I'll tell you, oftentimes a myth that's associated with it is that people think that, if they go to CTE, they don't plan on going to college. But it's not true. It just gives them a chance or an opportunity to get a skill set. And oftentimes a lot of kids would use that skill set to help pay for college if they don't get scholarships, or if their families don't have the funds saved for them. And so we have a myriad of programs, from welding to culinary arts to law enforcement to cosmetology. I always tell the story. I tell people, if you look at me now, I don't have a whole lot of hair, but I go see a barber and he cuts off the little hair I do to get me down to where I am today. But that student, he was a student of ours who got his cosmetology degree in our school district, went and took his test that we paid for, and he makes a pretty good living. I don't have much hair, and the price he charges me, I go quite often. He makes good money, and so, but that's exciting for us because that means that we're truly giving them a chance and an opportunity to make a living for themselves and to erase generational gaps that may be there, but also give them an opportunity to pursue things that they want to do. You know, one of the things that we're also excited about for those students who may want to go to college also is the opportunity to try college out through our dual credit programs, but also our early college high school. We will graduate our first cohort from our ECHS. They was the first group that went through as a cohort who would graduate and receive their high school diploma, but they will also receive an associate's degree too. And so they'll be leaving us with a diploma and a degree. That's exciting. And so we're really excited about that.
Wow. I can remember way back, one of our friends that they used to build like a storage room and stuff like that. Do they still do that?
Say that one more time.
Like storage room, a storage room.
Oh, like when they do the not the carpentry. You know, unfortunately for us, the demand for that when it died off a little bit, we didn't have as many students taking that course. A lot of them really got involved and really wanted to be a part of welding. So we don't have that course anymore right now, but we still have the shop area and all that. We said that if ever, you know, that need arises again, or we see those numbers go up again, we would definitely divert a lot of our money to that. But many of our kids went into FFA, law enforcement, welding, cosmetology, and culinary arts. That's really what we see a lot of attention right now in our community and our district.
So our last 4 minutes, Mr. Fanning, do you have a message that you want to give to our Vigo families about Vigo ISD?
Yes, I think I want to give this to two different groups of people. For those who are currently have their students enrolled in our school district, number one, I want to thank you for giving us their most prized possession, which is their child, and trusting us to truly provide and help come alongside them to provide those students with everything that they need to be a complete and whole citizen when they leave us. I always tell our teachers that when they're a third grade teacher, your job as third grade teachers to prepare them for fourth grade. It's not to prepare them for the real world, but hopefully over from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade, we do just that. We prepare them for the real world, all of us working collectively together. For those who have not yet enrolled their kids in BISD, I think the first thing I would say is, what are you waiting on? I think BISD offers a wide variety of programs, a wide variety of experiences that you can't get anywhere else. I think we have some state-of-the-art teachers, number one. State-of-the-art kiddos. I tell people we have some of the smartest and the brightest kids that the state of Texas has to offer. But in addition to that, the programming and the things that we're offering, you don't see in a lot of places surrounding us. We offer some dynamic programs, we offer some dynamic things because our board has really trusted us and say, hey, we want to be the best and we want to provide all those different programs. And so to everybody, I'll tell them, you know, we have registration coming up really soon. We really want to encourage everybody to come out and be a part. And before you listen, because sometimes Facebook and online will give you one perception of schools, but if ever you really want to know the truth, come out and visit and tour our buildings, come meet our staff, and we are more than welcome to open our doors and let you see what we offer and what we can do to make people a better place.
Wonderful. I've never met you, sir. This is the first time I meet you.
Yes, sir. It's a pleasure.
And you are everything that I've been told that you are, plus
Yes, sir.
you are an exciting man.
Thank you so much.
This has been one of the most exciting shows that we've had so far.
I appreciate it. Hey,
Yeah.
I will come back anytime you need me to.
Well, thank you. You also have an amazing board.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I do.
That's correct.
Yes.
Thanks to the board, thanks to the voters of this county that passed the bond.
Yes.
And we're able now to showcase.
Yes, sir. We can't do it without our community. We really
That's
truly
correct.
cannot.
Thank you to the voters.
Thank you.
Tell you what, Mr. Travis, our doors are open for you. Anytime you want to come by and put something across the air, we're here for you.
I certainly appreciate it, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.